And we are live, people. This is my new setup, as you've noticed in some videos. Sorry, I've got a couple different monitors, so I'm like double checking that everything looks good. Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you can. For all the people on the rewatch, thank you so much for being here. For all of those who are here live, thank you. Marvel Studio Woe is here, which I'm so excited because sometimes they miss my streams, and I'm so happy for you guys to be here. I know this is kind of like a very, very last minute thing, and it's not timed or themed or anything like that. Like, it's not for a TV show or a specific occurrence. I just really wanted to stream in my new setup and like test everything out, kind of like not when it's like a high stakes situation and like I need people to be here. But yeah, I also put out a little bit of a whatchamacallit, little story post on my Instagram. And also, for those of you who are in the chat, I am making my chat subscriber only just to test that feature out. So if there's issues with it, like someone who's a subscriber can let me know, or you can comment down below if you can do that while the live stream's going. Kelly's here. Kelly, I love you. I miss you. We need to get together this weekend, talk about school. I am doing well. I just had my first 2 days of school, and I actually have Fridays off this semester, so pulling it in clutch for my last semester of college. So that's why we're doing this tonight. I also kind of want to see if, Thursday evenings work well for a live stream. If people have to be up early the next day, might not hang out, but like we're just gonna test it out, be super chill, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Eternal trailer came out today. People are seeing Shang-Chi early. I have not been able to see it early. I'm like Googling online like how I can go see this movie because I want to see it so badly. But I also kind of just wanted to show off, my new setup. Ollie is here. Ollie, welcome to the stream. We have my plant over there. Oh, wrong side. Plant over here. My lamp, which videos. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is definitely supposed to be able to handle this. I pay it enough for it to handle this. But yeah, so hopefully everything goes well and works well. Yeah, hopefully Movies and Train Studios, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Aiden is here. So pumped. Um, yeah, so anyways, so that's what I've been doing. Is sorry if my video is kind of less consistent or haven't been posting so terrible. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Okay, it looks like I'm back. Chris here. Chris, how are you? I was on Chris's channel earlier this week for the first time. We got to do our very first collab, of the Georgia Bulldog entertainment YouTubers. We had to get together. And Jack, the man, is here. Jack and I had a little bit of beef in that, not real beef, pretend, joking, have a good time beef. Jack and I are good, everyone. Jack, you guys need to go watch his trailer reaction. He had a really great intro. Definitely gave me a good chuckle. And it was really nice to see like his reaction to the trailer because he usually doesn't get to catch them because of work at Chat Sports, which you guys should go subscribe to if you're not. And go check out Chris's channel. You can watch the replay of the stream. It was me, Chris, Jack, Ewan. I think that was everyone that was in it, at least for a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Go check out my awesome friends, guys, please, and thank you. Marvel Studio Woe has a really sweet comment. I love the way your Eternals video. It was such a good breakdown explanation. So for those of you who haven't, about honestly, it was only like 2 hours ago that I posted this because I filmed it after class. Started editing, finished editing, and it was okay. Why are we? We don't need to ask the same questions like over and over again. Okay, basically the Eternals video. I wanted to do something to commemorate the trailer coming out, but I obviously couldn't react to the trailer. I legitimately was at a bus stop and I saw Jack and Chris had reacted to it, and I was like, dang, like I missed this, okay? Whoops. Anyways, then I was in class all day, so I couldn't like sneak away. You know, with online school, I could be like a little late to class or something, or like edit during, but in person, that just stuff doesn't really work. So thank you. I so appreciate it. Marvel Studio also asked if I would do one for Shang-Chi, which I also need to do research for. So I would love to do it. Additionally, I would love to do it for the Hawkeye series, excuse me, because I have a Hawkeye. I won't grab it for you now. We'll calm down. We don't want to mess up the stream. But I have a couple of Hawkeye comics that I'm trying to like read through before, I kind of want to do a video on them, but it may be better to do it in this way. Anyways, thank you so much to all of you who have watched it. If you haven't, I know it's a little bit of a lengthier video for me. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I really don't know why my Wi-Fi is doing this. It's really supposed to be better than this. Okay. Aiden just got done. I'm pretty sure Chris is streaming right now on Twitch. So if you guys get bored of me or my Wi-Fi continues to suck, go watch his stream on Twitch. Losing to Chris in Madden. I feel like Chris is pretty good at Madden, and I feel like especially doing it on live on Twitch, he brings on and he just, he really like ups his game. Chris confirmed it was a great game. I'm gonna have to go watch. Chris, please, just for me, put the replay of the stream up on Twitch. I don't know if Twitch does that automatically or not. So yeah. The Movie Geek says hi. Hi, Movie Geek. How are you? Hope you're having a great Thursday evening. Let's see what else we've got here. Jack is a man of comedy. He's a man of jokes. He's a man of charisma, of cold opens, as he showcased today, this morning in his trailer reaction. The stream was legendary. I really should have watched it. I'm sorry. I was cooking dinner, ate dinner, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on stream, made a thumbnail, and here we are. So if you can, you can tell a little bit that the the thumbnails reused from when Colin and Rex were on a live a little bit, like a month ago, maybe. Luke is here. Luke, guys, go subscribe to Luke. Luke is a good buddy of mine from the shoot. What is the game we played on Jack's channel? Movie drafts. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I was literally a co-host. Movie drafts, Luke and I met. Luke is great, has some really great insight, and has seen a lot of great movies. So please go check out his channel. And I believe he also has a podcast that's dedicated to Marvel stuff. So definitely go check that out too. Madeline is here. Madeline, I love you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. We need to get together this weekend. Talk about Bachelor in Paradise. I still haven't watched it, but I'm gonna watch it, I think, tonight or tomorrow, since I don't have school. Catch up. Yes. Aiden is correct. My B-Day sister, who, if you don't know who that is, it's Haley Steinfeld. December 11th is our birthday. We share it. It's one of my favorite party tricks to just, whip out. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. My boyfriend always texts me during my streams to let me know if stuff's going on. I can see you. Anyways, sorry. The glare was probably annoying. But yes, Haley Steinfeld posted a picture, kind of a scandalous picture as well. But she's always looking great. She did. You gotta be kidding me. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm really sorry. It's been a long day. Movie drafts. Guys, if you haven't watched movie drafts, what are you doing? I know some of you have probably, that's where you found me, is from movie drafts, because story of movie drafts, quick side note, quick anecdote, is that I was watching the very first episode of Movie Drafts, watched all of it, and was like, this is the coolest game show idea I've ever seen. And commented on it, and Jack DM'd me, and it was the very first time anyone from YouTube had ever like recognized me from YouTube or like replied to my comment in another like platform like Instagram as opposed to directly on YouTube, and was kind of just like, hey, let's like chat, and like I really want you on an episode of Mood Drafts. And so that weekend, like, went home to my parents' house because I was really questioning the Wi-Fi that I had, which, you know, now I'm also questioning this. I have this awesome setup. Wish you guys could see it, but I'm really proud of it. And it's not even working. But go home to my parents' house to film this Movie Drafts, and it was awesome. And that's how I've kind of met everyone other than Chris, who I know in real life, but that's how I've met everyone. So, you know, Jack is the reason that I have been able to meet so many cool people from YouTube and online and in the just the film community online. And then actually, ironically, I don't even know if Chris story. I channel literally prior to December, like probably after Christmas, I did not have Letterboxd. Like, never had heard of it, had no idea what it was, and now I use it all the time. Like, it's what I'm itching to do when I watch a movie now. I'm like, I need to do my Letterboxd review, you know? I'm thinking about what I'm going to say in my Letterboxd review while I'm watching the thing, which is probably not that good, but hey, what can you do? Okay. This is a great question. Chris asked, am I going to pick up any pops from the Suicide Squad? So, haven't talked about it yet. Going to be on Josh After Credits channel this Sunday, 2 p.m. East Coast time in the United States. I can't remember what time he said it was in British Standard Time, but I think that's what BST stands for. Please let me know. Could be. I hope it don't sound ridiculous. But anyways, I really liked the Suicide Squad. And for those of you who know how I feel about DC movies, you might be kind of shocked. You may be a little confused. So was I, but I really enjoyed it. I really liked the Tarantino directorial type style that James Gunn has. I haven't rewatched the original Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in forever. So I'd like to go rewatch those pretty soon just to kind of see like what stuff is like, you know, kind of just see how it compares. But I really, really, really liked it. And if I had to pick up a pop, I think I really liked Colonel Flag. I think he was probably my favorite character. I love Harley Quinn. I think she is the most consistent. She's the best written, the best acted character in all of them. Peacemaker is funny, but knowing how the movie ends, no spoilers. Well, I guess it's been like 2 weeks, so I guess there could be spoilers. But knowing the way the movie ends, I'm just kind of like, I don't know that I want to pick a Peacemaker. Peacemaster? What is his name? Peacemaker, I think. So yeah. So I think it would be Flag. I think if I picked up any, it would be Flag, but I just don't know because it's also not like a franchise that I like, you know? So it's like the only time I'll see those characters. I don't know, but it's probably the only DC film that I've seen and been like, I really want to rewatch this, you know? So potentially, Chris, potentially I would pick some up. Which, sorry to skip ahead through everyone's comments, but did you find any of the characters in Suicide Squad likable? Personally, I couldn't get attached to any characters besides Ratcatcher. I loved Ratcatcher. I loved Colonel Flag. I really think his like internal struggle of kind of being a soldier, he kind of goes through in one movie in a very short time span, kind of the emotions that Steve Rogers goes through in Captain America Winter Soldier. Kind of saying like, I don't want to just like be like the face of secret keeping for my country. Like, I'm want to like do good and help people. So I really liked him. I like Harley. She's a very interesting character. Bloodsport didn't really do it for me. However, like, I prefer Idris Elba, and I preferred the role, quite honestly, to obviously what is Will Smith's character in the first one, Deadshot. something like that. I prefer Idris Elba more just because I felt like that was more funny, and I don't know. I feel like his relationship with his daughter worked a little better for me than just like, oh, Will Smith's sad about his daughter, but like obviously I loved Ratcatcher. I love that Ratcatcher 1 was Taika Waititi. Didn't see that coming. And then I love King Shark. Like, I love King Shark. I watched probably a couple episodes, handful of episodes of the Harley Quinn animated show on HBO Max, I think is like that's what is on now. I don't know if like where else to watch it, but really, really, yeah, I liked all those characters. So yeah, I don't know. You said you didn't really get attached to anyone. I mean, like there wasn't a whole ton of time to get attached to a ton of people. And some people, kind of ate it. So uh it was kind of like it was kind of hard in that sense. And then I mean Viola Davis is amazing. You guys, I don't know if I've talked about it this much, but I'm a really big Hi everyone, I just got booted from my own stream. Guys, can you remember a time back when I did streams and everything worked the way I wanted it to? Because it's getting very hard for me to remember. Ever since I made the mistake of trying to show you guys where East High School was in Salt Lake City, it has just not gone too hot for me. It says I'm still live, so hopefully you guys can still see me. We'll be figuring out these Wi-Fi issues. Again, why I had to date live guys figured out. Serious apologies that this is like unpolished, unprofessional, whatever, that sort of thing. But yeah, so we're gonna keep rolling with this. Anyways, so yes, I liked a lot of the characters in Suicide Squad, but I also understand if you can't really feel like you can connect to them because it was a short amount of time to introduce to them, reacquainted with them, potentially like them, and then some of them are kind of goners by the end of the film. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see. Max is here. Max, thank you so much for coming. Um, let me Okay, we're back. We got an Ethernet cable. Yay for Ethernet. Yay. Let's give a round of applause for Ethernet. Thank you. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm watching like the playback on my left screen. So really seriously sorry that this has been so impacted. Max is here though. Max, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you gave up on the Wi-Fi issues. Totally wouldn't blame you if that were indeed the case. But yeah. Yes, Aiden is correct. I was a movie drafts scholar, despite the fact that I can't remember the name of it. And yeah, I just all the guys are great. Got to meet Jennifer, got to meet just Trevor for the first time. So many amazing people, and even people that I didn't meet through there. Kind of that was like a way to like meet other people. Because our little YouTube community is just really sweet, and I really love everyone. Unwrap the Movies is so sweet. Been following your content for a while. Great stuff. Thank you. Means a lot to me. Means a lot. Okay, let's see. Critically is here. Welcome. John Elite 45 for life is here. Welcome to the stream. Chris is so right. Letterboxd is the go. Like, I don't know what I did before that's a lie. I know what I did. There's an app called Must, which I would still say is the best for television because it has pretty much any mainstream television series on it, and you can rate individual episodes, seasons, and the television series overall, which I find super helpful. And it is also a scale out of 10. And yeah, so that is yeah. So sorry, my mind just blanked for a second. That is why I do my Letterboxd reviews the way I do. Never talked about that. Well, I think I've talked about this actually. But it's a scale out of 5. And so I kind of just double everything. So like a 5 would be a 10 movie, a 4.5 would be a 9. So since it's the half point scale, that kind of helps with that. Oh my God, Chris, stop. Guys, Chris just became my first super chat. What the heck? This is crazy. Chris, I so appreciate this so much more than you know. Please. Thank you. I don't know what I'm saying, please. Thank you so much. Guys, please go subscribe to Chris. Chris has genuinely been, one, the nicest person. When he gave notes on my horrendous short films in class, was so polite and kind about it. And two, he has been so helpful with YouTube Journey, with the movies I've missed stuff, helping me, look for stuff for screeners and stuff. So thank you, Chris. This means more than you know. The Wi-Fi struggle seriously is constant. I'm really glad we had this Ethernet cable. I'm thankful to my boyfriend for being an engineer and knowing how to fix these problems when I run into them. But thank you, Chris. I really appreciate this. It means so much more than you know. Okay, sorry everyone if I'm skipping your comments. But I really am reading all of them or trying to. Max, yes, I don't know if anyone was at the stream on Sunday, but you would see old videos of Chris reacting to Georgia moments. Now, I will say, okay, we didn't get to talk about this too much, but when you're an SEC football fan, there is something like gutturally like in you to root for your team, to be sad when your team loses, and not just like sad, like, oh, sad my team didn't do well, but like you're crushed for the rest of the day. Like when we lost to South Carolina in fall of 2019, and I had to walk home from the stadium in September heat, which is not fun. I was brutalized. I was taken out for the rest of the day. I was just done. I was tired, sad. It's not fun. But yeah, you do become a completely different person. Specifically, Chris. Chris just has this wave of energy to him that I feel like we'll only see when the Obi-Wan Kenobi series trailer comes out. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Gonna catch up through these. Thank you so much to everyone who's stopping by, who's asking great questions. Luke says, I've really enjoyed Letterboxd. I've been trying to develop another movie-related app, but the APIs are difficult to obtain. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing, is you have to make sure that with these apps that they're delivering on things that people want. And I've even seen Letterboxd fail to do this in some areas, but like, I don't use Letterboxd for TV shows, one, because they're not all on there, and certain things, like, I get why people consider some of the Marvel shows, like, they want to have it rated on there. But but yeah, it's kind of hard to have the two separated with Letterboxd. So Luke, if you ever get this started, please let me know because I would love to download it or beta test it or whatever. Trying to use my fancy tech words, even though I'm not sure what all of it means. Okay, they're saying yes. So the stream on Josh's channel is 7 BTS. Okay, that was Movies and Train Studios. I have never seen Shazam. So maybe I am missing out on another DC film that I would like. For the record, I am just so invested in Marvel that I don't necessarily always give DC the chance that it deserves, which is 100% on me, 100% not on the creators. I did enjoy the Snyder Cut. I have a video on that if you haven't seen it. I also I really liked the first 45 minutes of Wonder Woman 1984. I hope that's not controversial. I thought it was really fun, kind of campy time. I really like the 1989 Batman. I really like the Nolan trilogy. And I really like Joker. It's just everything doesn't really land for me in the way that I feel like I just have the connectedness to Marvel. And I used to be really, really biased anti DC. I've kind of tried to just let my guard down and be like, just watch it, enjoy it now. But yeah, so I maybe I need to check out Shazam. Great themes and CGI is flawless. Well, there you go. There's Movies and Train Studios ranking on Shazam. Aiden, why haven't you studied for your AP history test? That seems like a lot. Also, AP history test already? Sorry, it's like August 19th. That's rough. I'm sorry. Alex got the Peacemaker Funko Pop in the detailing. I see it in Chris's streams, and the color scheme of his costume and kind of everyone's costume in the film was a lot of primary colors, which I really, really enjoyed. Like they weren't muted or anything. Like it kind of just went with the crazy stuff. So yeah, that's really cool. I just haven't seen them, and I'm not the kind of person that will like pre-order Funko Pops. So, you know, I need to, but I love the detailing of the Funko Pops. I think that's my favorite part is to see the care and artistry that goes into like making like kind of freezing a moment in a little like, collectible. Max asks, what would you be doing spending your free time if you didn't do YouTube? Well, I don't know. I think I would read more. I love reading. And usually TV shows you can kind of like put on like while you're eating or cooking or doing something. So I think I would probably read more. That's what I do whenever I like go to the beach for vacation, or just like am chilling. Like I read a lot. I recently read Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. It's a duology, so just 2 books. So good. I've been looking for stuff to fill the gap after watching Game of Thrones that's in like that fantasy realm, and that just kind of filled it for me. And I was like, okay, books are kind of the go-to. Plus, I think with like book talk, I don't have TikTok for anyone. I'm a grandma. I don't have TikTok. I watch Instagram Reels, which I understand is made up of 90% TikToks, but I just don't have TikTok, I just do it all in one app, keep it simple, easy for myself. And so just seeing the books on there that are popular has kind of been fun. Other than that, I used to draw a lot, do a lot of art. Honestly, I'd probably just watch more stuff and then want to talk about it, and then I would end up, doing YouTube probably. Are there any old classic movies you want to watch that you're looking forward to? This is a great question. I have not seen a lot of classic movies. The number one that I'm really excited to watch is 12 Angry Men because a couple people have watched it recently. We were talking about it on the stream on Sunday actually, and it's well regarded as like one of the best written scripts of all time. Just a really like popular a really classic, well-written screenplay movie, and it's a courtroom. It's about jurors in the jury, like when they're like trying to decide how to rule on a case. So I'm really looking forward to watching that. But then I have to watch Jaws for one of my class, and this will get my film studies degree taken away from me. But I have never seen Jaws, not in full. And so I need to watch that. And so I'm really looking forward to watching that and getting to do it as a part of class. Because sometimes I put off movies because I have to watch other movies for school, and I get to watch this one for school. So it's just gonna get done, and I'm really excited about that. Okay. Who's your least favorite character in the Suicide Squad? I would say Bloodsport. Bloodsport or one of the ones that's in the initial team, that isn't Pete Davidson, Flula, or Weasel. The rest of that initial team, we didn't get to spend any really time with them. I think Boomerang was in the first Suicide Squad, but again, I'm not super well versed on them. Marvel Studio Woe says, I've been considering starting my own YouTube channel. Any suggestions? Okay. I actually really want to make a video because I did a video a long, long time ago about my first month on YouTube. And I'd kind of like to do like just like an everything YouTube video, kind of like of everything that I've been doing for YouTube. I think my major suggestions are, if you kind of need like one of these three things. You either need really good editing, okay, really good lighting, or really good camera. And I would say the lighting is honestly the most important, because people will be a little bit patient if the subject matter you're talking about, which I assume would be movies or TV shows, they'll be more patient with it if it's interesting content. But the lighting needs to be better, because 9 times out of 10, the issue is not your camera quality, it is the lighting. So you can either film in front of a window, which is fine. It shifts, like the sunlight will shift, which will cause differences in your background. And makes it a little bit more difficult to color grade. However, works fine. I did it literally earlier this year. I filmed in front of my window. Camera, I don't think is super important with iPhones and smartphones now. Like use that. And I would also focus on your audio. Audio is really important. You could record it if you have a camera, record it with your phone. You could get a really small like lapel mic, or something like that. But having good audio, like people just don't want to listen to it if it's like bad. You could potentially even look into like best quality microphones on headphones. That would be something. So that would be my advice. And then my main advice would be honestly to just start, because when you start, you learn immediately. You're going to put out your first video and be like, by the time you post it, you're going to be like, should I even post this? Because like I would change this or I would change this. And that's how you learn, is like doing things, seeing people's reaction, people's feedback to it. So those are my biggest advice, is focus on those components of editing, lighting, and audio, which I would say are the most important, in camera quality. If you're really serious about doing it for a while, you could get a cheaper camera and make that your camera, and then use your phone to record audio and make it a kind of a double whammy. But you can 100% start a YouTube channel without any investment. However, to grow, I have grown most when I have made like investments in technology and stuff. However, I do benefit from this being something that I potentially like these are all equipment devices I can use for multiple things. Like if I want to start a podcast, I could do that. If I wanted to just have a really professional work Zoom setup, I could have that. So like, I don't know. I will make a more in-depth video about this if people are interested later down the line, because I do have some serious thoughts about it. Yeah, I definitely think there's a way to do it and start without putting money into it. But if you want to be serious about it, I'm not a believer in like, oh, you can just hit 1 million subscribers with like, unless you're literally like ripping off David Dobrik or like tricking a bunch of kids by pranking people, like you're not going to get to like 1 million subscribers with just a phone. But Kanan asked, have you seen Cruella? I did. I really thought Emma Stone was wonderful. The movie was about 20 minutes too long for me. Had it wrapped up a little bit sooner, been a little bit more tighter in runtime, I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. I think it just kind of meandered in some places, and I think it was really fun production design wise. I really liked the 70s fashion scene and music and punk element to it. I just think there were certain places where it was a little rough. I think it was good, but I also don't need like a Cruella 2, which I've seen potential reports of. Um, okay, some of you guys were being really sweet and helping me out. Okay, hold on. I just was dumb for a second there. Let's see. Well, we can move on. Okay. Let's see. You guys were all helping me with my Wi-Fi, which I appreciate. And it won't let me ban them for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I can do it over here. But let's see. Internet isn't wonderful. Yes. Ethernet is great. Cassidy is here. Cassidy says, "Hey Sasha, sadly can't stay for long, but I just figured I'd pop in and say hi." Cassidy, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, I just lost my spot. I just majorly lost my spot. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Favorite genre of film? I think my go-to is like a romantic comedy, which I know sounds a little cheesy maybe, but I am really a sucker for romantic comedies or comedies with a romantic subplot. Love that. I do like action movies, but I don't think that's my favorite genre. Um yeah, honestly, I think I would say that because 9 times out of 10 if I just want to like kick back and watch a movie, I want to watch a fun movie. However, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of just watching any rom-com, you know? Yeah. That Georgia fam got to stick together 100%. 100%. Soha's here. Welcome, Soha. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. John Elite 45 says, "I enjoyed What If episode 2. Got me teary-eyed." Me too. It was really emotional. I think the way that they were able to make a completely new story, but also really uh pay homage. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, to Chadwick's legacy, to the character of T'Challa, to Wakanda and Black Panther as a movie, as like uh with the music, with the history of Wakanda, having him, well, I don't want to spoil it, but having it end the way that it did was very touching. And I think it was really, really just so, I don't know. It was well written. It was interesting. There were twists and turns. I hate to keep saying this, and I'll just get it out now so I don't have to keep saying it in my reviews. But What If has been the most surprising Marvel show of all for me because I expected the other shows to be interesting, to keep my interest, to be high quality. And not that I didn't expect that with What If, but I think with What If I didn't have many expectations going in, not good or bad, just kind of neutral about it, and it has absolutely truly blown me away with what it's been able to accomplish story-wise, artistically. So yeah, I totally agree. Luke is here. Luke, how are you? Hope you're having a great Thursday. Let's see. Okay. So I was also recommending Shazam. It's a good comedy film. You don't really need to watch anything else. So that's the one thing I can appreciate about DC, but I do really like the interconnectedness of the MCU. So I totally understand why some people might be more drawn to the DC EU because you don't necessarily have to watch everything or necessarily anything before anything else. And Chris also says Shazam feels like the most like an MCU movie. I was let down for DC forever and put off for so long, but it's so fun despite the mad villain. Okay, I see what he's saying. Yeah. Um I think with DC just in general, I used to have a serious vendetta against DC because I saw it as like Marvel's competition and I was fighting the good fight in my middle school, okay, for Marvel 100%. Um and and so with DC I was like, no. Then I read a friend of mine in high school was like, no, you don't understand. Like DC has really good storytelling. They did a lot of things first that then were then adapted by Marvel. So some of the stuff you like from Marvel, has been adapted over the years. Some of the creators are the same. So I was like, okay, I read a Superman comic and I do say I like that Marvel superheroes and villains for the most part are a little bit more grounded. Now we're going more into the cosmos and the multiverse and space and whatever, but like back in the day, not to sound old, it used to be very just like grounded, and all of them were kind of based in science. Some of their powers, obviously Thor's never been this way. You could pick any certain character, but like I just felt more connected. They felt more human to me. But then I read a Superman comic, and despite him literally being from another planet, I really just loved his story. I loved his kind of struggles in the comics. I can't remember what comic it was, so I can't recommend it to you. But I just liked him more than Batman. It was a little bit more lighthearted, which is ironic because now I do like the darker DC stuff. But I need to give most of DC a fair shot. I think I'll always still be more of a Marvel fan, but the Suicide Squad, it really just kind of said, you know what? You need to take your judgments and you're judging books by its cover and take it away. Could we see Venom and Morbius in MCU? The only thing is here, it's not really an issue of the multiverse. It's an issue of Sony and Disney making deals with one another. So if they decide to share the characters, then sure, we could see it. And the multiverse would be a great way to explain it. But until Sony says, yes, you can use our characters, that's not going to happen. Oh, Aiden's trying to get me on the Outer Banks train. This is ironic because today in class, syllabus day, whatever, we're like introducing ourselves. We had to write down like something in pop culture that we just don't understand why it's popular. And I wrote Outer Banks. To be fair, I've never watched a single second of it. I haven't even watched a trailer for it. I just don't vibe with it necessarily. You ever watch something and just go, this is 150%, like, I don't want to watch this? That's Outer Banks for me. I can't tell you why. I just have no draw to watch it. I don't know. Maybe I'm messed up. I don't know. Also, all the kids seem really cool. The actors seem really cool. I've heard the story is kind of like a mix of like, teen drama meets adventure kind of thing, but I don't know. I just can't seem to pull the trigger on it. Seeing as I haven't seen Mitchell's versus the Machines, which I've heard was excellent, so I definitely need to check it out. I would say The Incredibles. Plus I grew up with The Incredibles, so that's always just gonna have a nostalgic place in my heart. And Violet was my homegirl. Okay, I loved her. I had Violet t-shirts. I had Violet beach towels. I had Violet stuffed animal, like not animal, but like like plushie. Loved Violet. Violet was my girl. She was my girl. So yeah. Chris said, were you in Evans? I am in Evans now, Chris. So that's what I'm watching Jaws for, ironically. That is the exact class that I'm watching Jaws for. So that's funny that you remember that because that's why I'm watching it. What are some good teen dramas to watch? Well, Davian, I have a video kind of about this. It's not really as much recommendations, a little bit of a video essay. I definitely was feeling a little academic this summer. Decided to make a video essay on Teen Wolf, but Teen Wolf, if you're also in that supernatural vein, The Vampire Diaries has had a resurgence in the last 2 years of fans. Other teen dramas, I would assume Outer Banks is mostly a teen drama. So if you're looking for a more recent one, there's that. Jane the Virgin isn't technically a teen drama, and it's way more of a drama comedy. It's a telenovela, technically. So that one I would recommend to you. I really enjoyed the first season of Riverdale, but I think it was like season 2 or 3. It started to get weird. Okay, it just started to go off the rails, and not watching that show anymore is one of the best decisions that has ever, like, it was kind of, my boyfriend just said, we're not watching the show anymore. And I was like, really sad about it. And then I wasn't so sad about it to see the memes on Twitter and be like, yeah, I don't watch that show anymore. That's probably great. Oh no, not The Town. Luke said we need to get together with Ewan and schedule a day to talk about The Town. Which, Jack, if you're in here, no, I haven't watched The Town. I'm sorry about it. I have tonight before I go to bed, I'm going to make a list of things I need to get done tomorrow. I will write The Town on that list. Okay, I will write it. Will I get it done tomorrow? I don't know. But I if it is my 100th movie this year or 101 movie, I will watch it by the end of this year. I can cross my fingers. No, not cross my fingers. I can almost pinky swear, and I take these very seriously, that I watch it. So Jack, this is for you. I will watch The Town by the end of the year. Even if someone has to tie me down and make me watch it. I don't have a resistance to watch it. You know what it is? I go to Goodwill pretty frequently to get Blu-rays. When I find something on Blu-ray, it goes way down on my list because there's stuff that's leaving streaming that I haven't bought that I need to watch. So that's just how it goes. Or when I watch movies with other people, I don't tend to pick the movies because I will usually like pretty much anything or be fine with watching anything, whereas other people don't necessarily want to watch this. Which, speaking of the 100 Movie Challenge, in and ask, I started the 100 movies. I need suggestions to watch. Most films you list, I probably haven't seen any recommendations. So I made a huge spreadsheet at the beginning of the year, and not to keep name dropping Chris, apologies, Chris, but he gave me great advice to make a list of 100 movies that I wanted to watch and some alternates, but then not feel pressure to watch them. Because he said there were certain movies that he would find that he's just putting off, which I can 100% guarantee you is true. Probably the movies that I put at the top of my 100 list, I haven't watched. And I've watched plenty of other movies that I've never seen before, but not those. So if I had to say, I guess it kind of just depends like what you're watching. Like, are you trying to get more into foreign films? Are you trying to watch a lot of older classic Hollywood movies? Are you trying to watch things that came out in your lifetime? Kind of think about that. Kind of just, I would say, go with try to find a day a week. You would need to do probably 2-ish movies a week to make this work. Try to find 2-ish movies a week and make a day where you can either watch both 2 movies back to back or you can watch a movie. And then you kind of just got to force yourself to start a movie, because for me, I don't know what it is, but the 2 hours, I could watch TV for 2 hours and not feel as much of a commitment as watching a 2-hour movie, which I feel like a lot of people in this community feel the same way. Maybe not, maybe that's just me. But I think if you kind of just force yourself at least once a week or twice a week to watch something, then you can do it. Also, just before this straight up dies on me, my camera's about to die, so we're going to do a really fun thing here where we're going to switch the battery out. So I'm going to disappear, but you'll still be able to hear me. Sorry, this is always a struggle. I don't know why. This was also fully charged before the stream, so I don't know why. There we go. And we're back. Sorry about that. Anyways, so my suggestion, make a list of at least 100 movies. So if you just want to watch something, you can put them into a randomizer and just be like, Bing, I'm watching The Godfather Part 2 tonight or whatever. And then obviously if it was The Godfather Part 2 and you hadn't seen Godfather Part 1, you just watch the first one and then potentially force yourself to watch the second one. That's another great idea. If there are classic sequels that you're trying to watch, force yourself to watch them together. That would be my advice. Yeah. Cassidy says, thoughts on Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde was one of the first movies I watched this year. I was blown away by how good that movie is. That movie has layers to it, okay? Layers. So good. I binged the second movie and musical on one day. I did not know they were making a third one. I knew there was a second one. So when I first watched Legally Blonde, my mom and I usually watch like a couple of chick flicks back to back. And so I was like, oh, we could watch the second one. But then it was like, Legally Blonde 2 is like the direct-to-DVD, random, not related sequel with twins. And I was like, let's not watch that. But then there's one where she goes to DC because she's becoming a lawyer and she becomes, it's called Red, White, and Blonde, I think. Yeah, Red, White, and Blonde. And I need to watch that one. I know I'd love to watch the musical. And I'm so looking forward to the third one. I love a lot of things Reese Witherspoon does. That's a mouthful. But yeah, Cinecreep is here. Cinecreep, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great Thursday evening. Let's see. Alex, my thoughts exactly. For all the people who are starting a YouTube channel, best of luck. And the thing I would say, starting a YouTube channel, if you want to do it, if you wanted to do it for a while, just do it. It's kind of scary at first. It's a little bit it was out of my comfort zone for sure. But I think if you start it, you will know if you like it or not. Like, not off the bat, but like you will never have to regret not trying it. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's not a regret that's going to put you in danger as long as you're not, spewing private information on the internet. And it's something that's fun and creative. So you can use it as like a portfolio thing or just as a hobby, as something to free time, a way to get away from reality, whatever. So, okay, it is pronounced Canon. I apologize for saying this wrong earlier, Canon, but I have not used Disney Premier Access yet. There's just never been a situation where there's been a movie that has been out on Premier Access that I either didn't want to go see in theaters or that it justified paying the $30. Like, I haven't been in a situation where I've been with like 4 friends and we can be like, hey, it's either going to be $10 a ticket or we could just rent it and watch it for the whole month. So I definitely prefer in theaters. I love going to the movie theater. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world. Just I don't know. I love going to the movie theater. So 100% movie theater. Although I do think Premier Access is smart, and they're after seeing Black Widow, okay, I was really considering getting the Premier Access to be able to watch that again because of how much I love that movie. Haven't seen episode 2 yet. Does the animation change a bit? I would say this one looked a little bit more 2D than the first episode, 123 Rock Fan. I believe this is in reference to What If. I believe it changes slightly, and this one has, because it takes place in space, the way they did the lighting was very interesting. I didn't notice it as much in the first episode, the Captain Carter episode, but I noticed it way more in here, what they were able to like kind of mess around with the lighting. So I would say it does change a little bit, but I don't know if that is intentional or if it's just you're not noticing it as much because you know the style already. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Alex asks, are you going to see Halloween Kills? What's my favorite horror movie? I would say my favorite horror movie is either Midsummer, if that even counts, or The Shining. The Shining I've seen countless times. I'm not a horror fan, okay? I did really love Fear Street, 1994. I have yet to watch the other two. Like I said in Chris's stream, I am terrible at new releases lately. I've just been really bad about catching up about them. And so I would say The Shining is my favorite. I really enjoyed Midsummer, but I won't be watching it anytime soon, you know? It's kind of like a one and done situation unless I was going to watch a particular scene for analysis purposes. So I would say The Shining, but I don't really need to go see Halloween Kills. I'm not planning on going to see it, but like if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So Jack and I have been having a little back and forth about Aquaman. This was our fake beef that we had to squash the other day on stream. And he sent me this text today and he goes, this going forward is your argument as to why Aquaman sucks. And someone had written a review and said, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how can he swim in jeans? And so now Jack has changed this to be a strength of Aquaman's. My biggest grief with Aquaman is why would you want to help a society that A, you've already said you want nothing to do with, B, you believe to have kidnapped and killed your mother, and C, has separated your family forever. Like, why would you go back and help them? Because he doesn't find out any of that information is like different until later in the movie. After he's gone through all of this. Like, why would you do that? You have the powers already. You don't need training. Like it doesn't make any sense. I think that movie could have been solved if his mother had willingly gone to Atlantis. Is that where he's from? Yeah. She had willingly gone to Atlantis to protect her son and husband. If she had done that, to me, one more interesting character on her part, right? She's like sacrificing things for her family instead of being forced back, right? Yeah, the fight sequence awesome. You can still have the fight sequence with her at the beginning. Just have her willingly go to protect her child, and then have him want to either go rescue her, or he's been told by his father that like his mother died fortunately, and then he finds out that that information is not true, so he's kind of like pissed at his dad for lying at him, goes into the ocean, saves his mom, finds out that she's not dead, like goes to fight. But like it to me, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? His personal stakes and investment in what happens to Atlantis is nothing. He doesn't even care about what happens to him on land. He will be fine no matter what, and he's not the kind of character that's just doing things out of the goodness of his heart. Like he's kind of wrecking havoc, just whatever he wants to do. So that's what doesn't make sense to me, right? That just doesn't. Anyways, we can have a more in-depth conversation about Aquaman. But Jack, that's my actual gripes with it. since you have to listen to me if you're still watching the stream. You could have clicked away, but it'll be there on the replay for you to check out. But yes, swimming in jeans, who wants to do that? But if anyone could do it, it would be Jason Momoa, okay? It would. Okay, Aiden says, oh, nope, sorry, wrong one. Aiden, no, this is not correct. Rylan asked, have you watched Free Guy? I have, and guys, if you follow me on Letterboxd, you know that I am at a crossroads, a fork in the road, as some might say, about what my favorite movie of the year is. I loved Black Widow. We all know I loved Black Widow, right? I saw Free Guy, and I think I liked it more. Okay, I went in expecting a good movie, and I got like a million times more than what I thought I was gonna get. It was so creative and fun, but it was simultaneously unique IP while also relating to the real world, which I love, having elements of comedy and romance in there. Not going to spoil anything for anyone since it just came out. And then also using the benefits of a monopoly in a way that we have yet to see in the entertainment industry, okay? The way, other than like The Simpsons or Family Guy or something, like making references to popular culture, this movie used Disney's IP the most brilliant way possible while also being kind of a really artistic critique of that industry that just produces IP and sequels and that sort of thing. Obviously, that was more directed at the video game industry than movies and television shows, but it was just such a smart, funny movie, and I am a sucker for smart, funny movies. So I really, really loved Free Guy. I will be hopefully writing a review for Assembled Press, my website, very soon. It's kind of like half written. School started, so haven't had the time to finish it. Do I prefer Edgar Wright or Wes Anderson as directors? This one's a little unfair for me to answer or pick one over the other because I've really only seen like one or two of each of their movies. But The Royal Tenenbaums is such a good movie, and I really like Wes Anderson's quirky style. Oh, and I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. And then Edgar Wright, I've seen Baby Driver, and I don't know if it's in a whole lot else. And just because of the Wi-Fi issues, I'm not gonna Google it because I don't want to, disappear again. But I would say Wes Anderson. Aiden said, dang, I really thought speaking of Outer Banks, thought it seemed like the perfect show for you. Well, I've tried and I've failed. Listen, you haven't failed. I'm a very stubborn person, and when I just don't want to watch something, DC movies, I will just not watch them. Like, I will just adamantly refuse and just not watch them. So it's not your fault. It's a little bit of prejudice on my part, just not wanting to watch it. People have made a really good pitch to me as to why, including like members of my own family and close friend group. And I just don't think it's going to happen. Have I checked out the new DCOM spin? No, I've seen advertisements for it, but I haven't watched it yet. It's a very interesting concept. It's a girl who's both a coder and a DJ, which is just awesome. And it's a Disney Channel original movie about it. So I need to watch this one. But again, there's so much on my watch list. I don't mean to sound annoying. I'm sounding like a complaining baby. My life is awesome right now, and I'm really grateful for everything in my life and everything I've been able to do lately, but I've just been really busy, so I have not been able to watch a whole lot of stuff. What do I think is the most underrated MCU movie? Well, Iron Man 3 for sure. Iron Man 3 is probably one of my favorite MCU movies. I think it is a perfect end to Tony's arc, and I think, and I'll say it here, and I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet, so if you have no spoilers, but I think people don't like that movie because of the whole Mandarin twist. Oh, it's Trevor Slattery, but then like the other guy is like, I'm the real Mandarin, when like he's not even the real Mandarin. To me, since we're getting that issue fixed and it's almost having stronger implications because other people have pretended to take on that persona, to me, it's making it more impactful, and I really appreciate it. But I just really love that movie, and I wish more people would give it a little bit more credit. I think it's the first times we see Tony kind of as a dad. We kind of see him complete his arc, give up being Iron Man for Pepper, for ditching his entire billionaire playboy philanthropist lifestyle just to be with her. So I really like that. Okay, sorry. People are telling me I need to ban someone else, and I'm trying to figure out where it is. I'm really bad with keeping up with the chat. I'm just gonna read them before I click on them. So sorry, guys. Oh, this is a great question. Would I rather watch a TV show with bad acting or bad editing? I think in TV, and I don't want to make TV editors like, there's some really brilliant TV editing. I think if a show had bad acting, I wouldn't watch it. Whereas if it had like iffy editing, I think I could put up with it. Like maybe not notice it as much. So yeah. So I'm going to I think I'm going to go with I would rather have bad editing. Critically, this is brilliant. Leaving Riverdale is like leaving Twitter. You feel the urge strongly, but you move on. I think Twitter is trash sometimes. I really try to not spend more than like 10 minutes a day on Twitter because you get roped in so easily because there's so much stuff going on, but it's not a good place to be. And with Riverdale, I don't know. I think because someone else pulled the plug for me, I was able to do it. But yeah. Max, you should do a Blu-ray collection. I actually, funny you mentioned that, Max. Tomorrow I'm planning on filming my summer pickups, including some Criterions, my first Criterions ever. So I have those actually right behind me in a stack to do a video of. And then later in the year, I think maybe towards the end of the year, I will do like a full-on thing, and I will be updating my Funko Pop collection soon as well. So that's a little sneak peek into what I have planned for you guys. Also, I'm so behind on comments, so I'm going to try to catch up. But if you have last questions, please let me know. I think we're going to end the stream at 11 just because it is 11. And I woke up early to go to school, so I'm a little tired. And I also kind of want to watch Handmaid's Tale before I go to bed. So get your last questions in here. We'll be ending it at about 11:05 or such. What is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year? Guys, are you guys reading my list of videos to come out soon? I'm just kidding. This is a video I'm planning for the rest of the year, even though August is almost over, which is just insane to me. Shang-Chi, because seeing my friends' reviews of it so far have been so good, and because I want the Mandarin beef squashed so I can finally tell people to go watch Iron Man 3 and then watch Shang-Chi right after it. Simu Liu is like a godsend on Twitter. Like of all the trash on Twitter, like he is like the shining light that I stay for. And it's a Marvel movie and it's something different. It's totally new. I'm really excited for it. And then other movies. I literally have a list somewhere of stuff I'm anticipating. I think that would be my movie. I mean, I'm definitely excited for Eternals after today's trailer. I just think Shang-Chi is closer, and I don't want to not hype up Shang-Chi to then focus on Eternals. Brando is here. Brando, just out for dinner, wanted to stop by and wish you luck. Thank you so much for stopping by. We need to chat, Brando. I would love to have you on the channel or do another Brando movie hangout, whatever works. I'm sorry to anyone who's tried to schedule things with me recently. I've had a lot of notifications and I'm really bad at getting through them. And so sometimes I just put my phone down. But Brandon, thank you so much for stopping by the chat. I so appreciate it. Dang, that battery went quick then. Yeah, it's I don't know why. It'll like hold out for a really long time on full battery. And then all of a sudden it'll be on the last one and be like, change me. Like, gotta fix this. Critically says, gotta get going. Seriously, can't wait to talk with you. Yes, so excited to talk. Sunday again, guys. I'm gonna be on After Credits channel talking about The Suicide Squad. It's gonna be a spoiler talk. So watch the movie on HBO Max or in theaters, and then come chat with us on Sunday. It's gonna be 2 p.m. East Coast time, 7 p.m. in the UK. Yes, Legally Blonde is her signature role. Okay, I love Elle Woods. I want to be more like Elle Woods. I want to be confident. I saw Fluffy Pen the other day, and I was like, do I buy this? Told myself no. But, Max, you got to watch it. Highly recommend. It's so much better than just like, oh, going to Harvard. What? Like, it's hard. Like, it's No, that's an iconic line, but it's got so many layers to it. It's got so much you don't expect in a movie that you would just assume would be called Legally Blonde. All right, here we go. I think Aiden started this debate in previous YouTubers' streams, so I guess we got to have it here. Favorite type of food, favorite steakhouse, favorite ice cream place, favorite fast food place. Okay, favorite type of food. Does coffee count? Because then it would be coffee. If drinks don't count / coffee doesn't count, even though sometimes I treat it like it's a meal, even though I shouldn't, I would say my favorite type of food would be, is this like regional food or like ethnic food? Because then I think I would say I really love Chinese food. I like really, really love Chinese food. Favorite steakhouse, Outback. This is easy. Favorite ice cream place, I love Brewster's. And then favorite fast food place, Chick-fil-A. Here's the thing, okay? Living in the South, growing up in the South, there's Chick-fil-A's all over. And I just realized recently that I don't know if I could go somewhere where, favorite type of food, if coffee doesn't count and Chinese food is not what the answer that you were looking for, you weren't looking for like Italian, Chinese, something like that, hamburgers. I am a burger girl, 100%. I love burgers. Love them. And so my favorite fast food place would be Chick-fil-A, because I realized I don't know that I could live in a place where I can't get Chick-fil-A regularly. It's just kind of a staple. Alex, I talked about Free Guy a little bit earlier, so when the replay comes, scroll back. I loved it though. Luke, thank you so much for spending so much time in the stream. I so appreciate it. Hope you get your work done. Have a great evening. And we'll have to talk soon about collabs or projects or things like that. Did you hear about Mackie, Captain America 4? Yes, I did. I'm super excited for it. I really love Anthony Mackie, and I'm really excited to see him get his own film. And I'm interested to see if they do the film and then another season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, or they do another season of Falcon and Winter Soldier and then another film, or if they're just done with the show now. I'm interested. And yeah, I'm excited for him to get his own solo film. Not that I wouldn't love to see Bucky in the film, but I don't know if that's going to be the focus of the film. And so it'll be kind of interesting for Sam to get his complete solo project, My personal favorite film director, I love Damien Chazelle. I love pretty much everything Damien Chazelle's done, but that's only 3 movies. And Taika Waititi, I think, kind of just has my heart because he's a writer and a director, which Chazelle is as well. But I think I would have to go with Taika. I really, really enjoy Steven Soderbergh's films. I really do. And Aaron Sorkin's written movies. Not that I don't love his directed movies as well. Trials, Chicago 7, and Molly's Game were fantastic. However, his writing is just impeccable. It's just actually obsessed with it, the way he writes. Chris is leaving. Chris, thank you so much for stopping by for the super chat. I so appreciate it. Have a great night. Have a great school day tomorrow, if you do. And we're gonna have to do some more collabs soon because they're just too fun. Let's see. Cassidy's leaving. Bye, Cassidy. Thank you so much for coming by. You're the sweetest always. Always light up the chat. Always light up the comments. I so appreciate it. Is anyone ready for Matrix 4? I've only ever seen the first Matrix. Dope movie, though. Awesome movie. I love... Oh, I just literally just blew past the time I said I was going to be out of here. Bye. I love The Matrix. Haven't seen the others, though. Kind of now I'm thinking I'll just wait on 2, 3, and before 4. Okay, yeah. Jason Momoa is not my problem with Aquaman. I would like to make that explicitly clear. I love Jason Momoa. Him as Khal Drogo in the first season of Game of Thrones. Okay, that, I love him. He's hilarious. I really want to watch Sweet Girl, the Netflix movie of his that's coming out this weekend. But 100%, Max, you're so right. He is great. I called him Justin Momoa. That's embarrassing. I mean Jason Momoa. I'm embarrassed for myself. See, guys, this is why you don't do things on the internet, because they just become immortalized when you make a dumb mistake. Um, okay. Basic entertainment, I would have to disagree with you here because here's the thing for me. Okay. To me, what I like about the Marvel movies is they feel very specific to their character. Now, obviously, you would say, okay, well, Aquaman is very specific to Aquaman because like other characters can't breathe underwater, can't control the ocean, can't like just chill underwater. However, my argument is just that like the characters as a person is not well developed enough to go on. So I don't think it's really a matter of if it's an MCU movie. I'm not saying it would be better if Marvel did it. I'm just saying that's not where my critiques are. It's not that it's not a Marvel movie is why I don't like it. I just don't feel like the character himself has enough um investment in the story. Like enough drive. His need is not what's driving the story. Things are just kind of happening and he's kind of just agreeing to go along with them kind of thing. Iron Man 3 is criminally underrated. 100%. Um Alex is going. Alex, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. There'll be more videos out this weekend. I have not seen Shang-Chi yet. I really, really want to. I didn't even know these screenings were like going on, and now I'm trying to find any that are going on so I can go see it. But yeah, I really want to go. They had nationwide fan screenings. John Lee is right. They had nationwide fan screenings all across the US, but I haven't been able to haven't gotten to any. So see, okay, I need to be following the Shang-Chi Twitter then. And then apparently it for Eternals as well, so that I don't miss this. Aiden, same. I'm sad. I'm sad I missed this. Let's see. Luke is doing a live stream tomorrow, guys, so don't miss it. 9 p.m. I don't know what Central Time. So go check his out. Check his channel out. Let's see. See, okay, Jason Momoa is objectively a badass. Like he just is. I think the character himself, he had a little bit too much modern Thor mixed with old Thor, and there wasn't like, you know how I compare him to Thor. Maybe that's not nice. But Thor used to be like super self-serious. Now he's very self-deprecating. Like the movie is very funny because Taika Waititi is at the helm. I think Aquaman was a kind of an awkward mix of the two. But again, my main issue with him is just that I don't feel like he has enough personal investment in his own story and what's going on. So yeah. Best Tarantino film, haven't seen them all. I think my personal favorite would be Django. I think it has the most pure protagonist, great villain, great story, great action, great like end like climax scene, and great theme song though. Django, like so good, right? So good. And then these will be like the last couple comments, and then I'll wrap up, guys. Thank you so much to all of you who have stuck through this whole thing with Wi-Fi issues and me clicking on the wrong comments and not being able to block people in time. So apologies there, but you guys are seriously the best of the best. You just are. It's a fact. Have I seen the Jurassic franchise? I have seen the first film, probably not in a long time. And then I have seen the first one with Chris Pratt. And I love Chris Pratt. Let me tell you, I love Chris Pratt. However, I am not a fan of those movies. To me, I said this in the stream on Sunday. Something is going to go wrong when you bring prehistoric creatures back to life that could eat you. Like stuff's just going to go wrong. So I'm not saying obviously like that's the plot of the movie. Like people would try to do that. Scientists try to like look at things, clone things in real life. So like obviously they would do it in the movie. But I think it was just a little like I just can't buy into it. And then the fact that it happens again in the Chris Pratt ones, like it's new, it's in the same world that the original ones took place, but it's a new park. That to me blows my mind. Like really? I don't know. I feel a little insulted as a viewer to be like, you guys didn't learn by the T-Rex that terrorized everyone. So you made a bigger T-Rex mixed with other dinosaurs and prehistoric animals and thought that you would be good. John Lee asks, are you seeing any new movies this weekend? I heard Night House is so good. Candyman is coming out. So I may potentially go see Candyman. Wait, no. Does Candyman come out this Friday or next Friday? Because I really thought it was next Friday. But I will be watching Reminiscence probably this weekend. Stay tuned. All I'm gonna say is all of you guys are subscribers, but for the subscriber chat, highly recommend that you guys hit the notification bell because I've got a couple videos coming this weekend that are gonna be kind of new stuff for me and for the channel. But I think it will kind of answer some of the questions you've been asking recently. Don't want to give too much away. But it will kind of be a little bit more of a wrap up. Instead of you guys asking me what I've seen, I'm gonna come to you with what I've seen. If you catch my drift, you'll see. You'll know it when it drops. Okay, Aiden and Luke, thank you guys so much for staying till the end. But yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you guys. Oh, wait, 123 Rock fan asks favorite religious movie. There's a movie called The Shack, which stars oh, what is her name? I can't remember. But it's a really good movie. I really like it. I really enjoyed it. Very, very deep, very like mind-boggling movie. But definitely I would say that one. Really took me by surprise too, because there's a lot of very religious movies that I feel like don't hit the quality standard. But that one really did. So that's gonna be it. Thank you so much to all of you for stopping by. If you want to be aware of when I'm doing streams like this, kind of, excuse me. If you want to be aware of when I'm doing streams like this, if they're kind of last minute, be sure to follow me at my Instagram right here. Excuse me, that's for I need to go to bed. That is for YouTube only stuff. So that is going to be updates, posts, new videos are up, kind of all the kind of stuff that I can do with that. But follow me there so that you know ahead of time. I'll try to be better about, yes, 123 Rock fan, Octavia Spencer. Thank you so much. Octavia Spencer is in that movie. So good. So good. Thank you. You saved me. That's going to be it. Thank you guys. I so appreciate all of you. We'll do this again sometime soon. It was fun. Be sure to like this if you haven't already, and subscribe. Well, all of you subscribe, but if you're seeing this on the replay, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I've got good stuff coming. I promise. Just be patient with me while I, get it all up. Have a great night, y'all, and I'll see you in my very next video. Bye, everyone.